Welcome, welcome, welcome to the entire team on the call today. I know we have been through so much in the past couple of hours, 24 to 48 hours. Of course, this is Sarah Julian, Sassy Entrepreneur, again, coming at you guys. And we have some updates for you. Some you may know, some you may not know, but we just want to break down exactly where this project is at, where we are at as a community with this project, and how and where we stand for you guys as leaders in this SCF opportunity. So the first thing first, of course, is the nodes. Now, if you go to your back office now, you would notice that anything that you had pledged in your liquidity, anything that you had in terms of team rewards, also staking rewards, were all amalgamated and converted into cash vouchers to use in the nodes. Now, for those who are new on this call and you don't really know what a node is and what it is used for, basically, a node is a hub that supplies the ecosystem with SCF. So if you have a node or if you have a subscription in one of the nodes in the back office, you're basically creating for yourself, as we call it, the golden goose that lays the eggs. It creates for you SCF, minds you SCF every single day, and will continue to do so for the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years to come, right? So if you have a node voucher and you use it in your node, you basically be creating an asset that will keep on paying you out for years and years to come, possibly something that you could even pass on to your children, right? As a type of inheritance. So that is what a node is. So the vouchers that you currently have, you're able to put that in the node. That is going to make you an average of about 13% every single month in whatever you have there, right? Later on, Coach is gonna do more of a breakdown so you guys can see the exact numbers, but that is what it looks like in a nutshell. Now, what we are doing is that we are championing on the behalf of the entire community, not just Cash Rich Society, but the SCF community at large, in order to see how we can get some recompense for the entirety. We understand that, of course, some people, they put in, what they could afford. Some people put in what they could not afford to lose, right? And although you are not at a loss, we want to make sure that everyone can be liquid. So what we have done is put together a proposal to the upper management to either allow us to get 50% of whatever we had in our liquidity or 50% of whatever we have in the cash vouchers back in order to be able to stake in liquidity. We are also championing on the behalf of the leaders as well, who have worked so hard to get where they are, to GM, VP, SVP, ED, and MD as well. We know we have worked so hard the past couple of months to hit this ranks, and I'm sure some persons are feeling, disappointed that they have worked so hard only to have it taken away. So we are proposing to them as well that we get our volume back and we keep our ranks and also rewards attached to those ranks. So we have that before the management. Miss Yo-Yo is championing on our behalf. Previously, that was yesterday, she actually resigned in order to get the attention of the management, to hear us out, because our voice matters. We are the community. We are the leaders. Without us, there is no SCF, yes, right? So they have to give us a lending ear. They have to lend us an ear. So that is what we are doing. We have put forth a proposal to them, right? Especially considering the fact that per the 18th of this month, when all functionalities come back, and when we talk about functionalities coming back, we're speaking about being able to swap your SCF fin for main, your SCF main for FUSD, your FUSD for USDT, being able to actually cash out your coins if you have been holding any coins in your wallet, and so forth. All of that will be functional, but also everything else is supposedly supposed to be zeroed out. And we are not in support of that at all. And as such, we have put forward our proposal to management in order to find some type of compromise where everybody can win. Our investors can win, our team can win, our leaders can win on a global scale, not just inside of Cash Rich Society, but on a global scale. So guys, we are standing for you and with you in this time, and just doing our best to gather all the information that is coming our way, making sense of it, making sure to speak with the higher ups there in management so that we can bring you very, very detailed information, accurate information. One thing that has stood out to us when we look at the coin, the SCF, if you go to the market, Aave.ai, and you look at the coin, you'd realize that the coin is still at the same price. And also the liquidity is all there. All of it is all there. What does that mean? That means that, guys, we have not been rug pulled. A rug pull would mean that this entire liquidity would have been drained of funds completely. And as you can see, all of our funds are still there, right? Are still there. So that means come the 18th, when all functionalities open, everyone will be able to cash out their coins without any issues at all, because there is more than enough liquidity in the pool to support that over 1 billion in liquidity currently in the pool. So guys, we're just working to make it a win-win-win for everybody. If you're getting the notes, if you have the notes, right, that is also going to be a win for you. All right, even if you're making, 5 FCF a day, 2 SCF a day, 1 FCF a day, dependent on whatever amount that you have in the nodes, and the price doubles tomorrow, what is that gonna be worth for you, right? It's gonna be worth a lot of money for you. So it's definitely not something where we would say that we're completely, washing our hands off, right? But it is something that we see as still being a very viable project. However, we need to make sure that all of our people and our community and our leaders are well taken care of, and that they see the value of the community. Because without us, there's no SCF. So we are working on helping them see the value of this community, just as Yo-Yo showed them the value of this community. And we're waiting to hear the outcome of that meeting. It's supposed to be happening either today or tomorrow between Madam Yo-Yo and the upper management of SCF. So we have brought all of our concerns. We've seen your messages in the chat. We've seen everything that you guys have been saying. We understand your frustrations. We understand how you feel. We as leaders, we feel the exact same way. Don't think that we don't. We feel the exact same way. And that is why we are fighting and saying that we will not be steamrolled over. Rather, we will make a stand for the entire community. So guys, in a nutshell, this is the full, it's happening currently. What will happen in the next 24 to 48 hours would be dependent on the outcome of that meeting happening today or tomorrow. Okay, guys. So at this point, I'm going to quickly hand over to Kojo. He's going to do a further, an additional breakdown to what I said. And then from there, we can go ahead and take some questions from the community. Kojo, are you available and ready?
Yes, I'm available and I am ready to commence
Awesome.
very soon. So welcome everyone. While I just get my video to connect, if we if we see some of our leaders on the chat inside the group, let's try to make them co-host if possible, so that way it'll be easier to get their contributions or questions once we are done with today's presentation, but or more so team discussion. So just want to say thank you, right? All 500 plus active community members who have gathered here because they want information. They are looking to be, well informed as opposed to misinformed. Because Winston Churchill said it best. He said, during a crisis is the best avenue for opportunity. And so it's the best avenue for opportunity for people who are looking to misinform members in the community to do so, and for people who have their own feelings to propagate their feelings to the entire community, which I believe is not the best as far as responsible leadership. Right, at the end of the day, we are all gathered here purposefully to win, right? Maybe you introduce 10 people, 20 people, 100, 1,000 people. At the end of the day, you want to serve your community as well as your self-interest. And so let's focus on community first. We want to say thank you all for coming here. Now, I want to address a few things because I've had, discussions and questions, from many individuals, even myself personally, just trying to maneuver through this crypto space. And I want to start off here, right? A lot of people ask, well, if it's the blockchain, if it's decentralized, how are things able to change? So what I want to do is I want to go on this article. Once again, we always say we are not financial advisors, but what we do is we do our best to share enough details and information based on the facts that we have on the ground. And that is what we are here to do today, right? So you guys, I'm going to do everyone a favor and drop this article in the chat, right? Let me see. And then it can allow for you guys to read it, right? So in between what I'm saying, at least for those that want to hold on to these articles, because that's what we'll be discussing. Okay. So right here, you can see that they're trying to break down what the blockchain is and what constitutes a decentralized blockchain. So the entire essence or foundation of a blockchain is a digital distributed ledger. That is the concept. So as opposed to, where you have a business and your accounting is not done, where you don't keep track of inflow, outflow, and all the day-to-day details, the blockchain allows for that ledger to be created and distributed amongst the nodes. So the entire growth and the foundation of a blockchain is centered around nodes. A lot of people are excited about crypto. Crypto is the vehicle that moves on the network, monitored and run by the nodes, right? So you talk about Visa. Visa has created that node structure that every time you swipe your card, it goes through them. And for that reason alone, they're a multi-billion-dollar corporation. So nodes have a high level of value in this crypto space. Majority of the multi-millionaires that have been created in crypto, the majority has come from people who got into nodes early in any project, period, right? And then you have people that got lucky and bought early, and all the different things, people that have skills, master the art of trading. These are different avenues, right? And different, yield farming, and all these different things. So that's what we have here. It says that network nodes are crucial. They play a crucial role in the cryptocurrency system. So the decentralization is the information that is monitored and gathered, all that data, right? It's what we are calling decentralized, right? Let me just clear this real quick, and then we do this because we don't want it to repeat. Okay. Right. So there's a lot of things when it comes to a blockchain, there's truly no full decentralization. And you can find this across almost every single blockchain. When they talk about decentralization, the structure, the foundation of the structure is decentralized, but there are many components that have a semi or pseudo decentralization mechanism, right? Meaning that the blockchain cannot be deleted, the data in behind it cannot be just deleted, but the certain components which is put in place can be adjusted, can be upgraded, can be changed to some extent. And I'll give you real world examples with some of the most popular used blockchains today in this current crypto space that we know of. So the first example, I believe, will be the only necessary example, is Ethereum, right? It's Ethereum. So when I come here, I want to show you this out, right? So for many of you that are not so familiar of everything that has gone on inside of the Ethereum ecosystem, the validators of Ethereum are the most vital parts of that ecosystem. They stake directly inside of the blockchain of Ethereum, not on MetaMask, not on Trust Wallet, not on Coinbase. No, they have validator node sections right on the Ethereum main chain that allows them to stake. Now, there was a period for almost a year, for almost 1 year, where all these validators who spent like they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars each to become a validator, 600 Ethereum. Some of them got in early with Ethereum, so maybe they only spent maybe a couple of thousands just to own 600 Ethereum. But for the majority of those that came in new, a lot of them, and if Ethereum is even at 2,000 a coin, 600 Ethereum will put you well over 120,000. Individuals put that amount each just to stake, and they did not earn a dollar. When there was an upgrade going on, Ethereum decided to do an upgrade, did not inform anyone that we are going to do this to you, but they had made up their mind to upgrade because they wanted to meet with regulation in the future. And the regulation that they wanted to meet with was they wanted to help further the decentralization of their blockchain and transition to a greener blockchain by moving it from proof of work to proof of stake. They didn't call you, they didn't call me, but they probably informed the node validators at the time who were mining. They had people that had spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to own mining farms, some of them millions, right? And today, all of their farms are obsolete, meaning that if they didn't transition to find another coin that they could use their mining for, they could not use those devices that they had bought. They would have to try and go sell them on the open market, and there's competition anyway, so you would have to sell at a discount. Now, if you put all of this together, we'll come into what's going on here. You can see that it's almost the same type of play that has evolved even into today's ecosystem that we have with SCF, right? So these people weren't able to earn any rewards from their staking at all for months, and they weren't even able to withdraw their tokens that they put in, whilst everyone who just had it in their wallet was using it freely, because your wallet is decentralized and the ownership of your crypto, which you pull out of the contracts, are fully in your control. But inside of the contract, they are locked under terms and conditions where if there's a need to upgrade or migrate the network, those contracts and assets could be frozen in space, right? We call it crypto space, in order to create a safe transition so as not to lose data equity and security for the members who they hold dearly. So that is what has gone on with even something like Ethereum, right? And now we're going to fast forward to where we are at today with what we have with SCF, right? So I want to start off on the charts, and I want to show us what's going on with the charts, because we all know Avi.ai is an independent party. They are a network that has no ownership or affiliation with SCF. They are literally like Coin Market Cap. So if you know what Coin Market Cap is, they are a company that has created a decentralized platform that extracts data directly from the blockchain, permissionless data, and then it literally opens it up to the entire world to see. everything on the back end and the front end of anyone's blockchain. And they work with over 25 of the top blockchains in the entire world, including SCF. Now, what does this mean for us? Yes, we have a blockchain. Yes, it is not 100% decentralized, but yet still, it is an actual technology that is here to stay. And so we just need to look at the data in front of us and make more educated decisions as to how or what we're going to do with today's sets of announcements, right? So here you can see that the equity still is at, we have 736 million times two. That's over 1.4, close to 1.5 billion dollars in liquidity. Meaning that, what is liquidity? Meaning that if you and I want to sell our coins, if we are producing coins at any level and you want to sell, there's always money for you to come take. Whether it's a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, as long as there is liquidity, then it means you can extract your profits from whatever cryptocurrency you have. Same thing with Bitcoin, same thing with Ethereum. If everyone in the world today wanted to sell their Bitcoin, I can assure you that there is not enough liquidity to pay every single coin holder, period, because it's oversaturated, overbought, and there's a lot of massive gains people have made from just $100, $1,000, or whatever, that they need more liquidity from other users in order to keep a price appreciation or a level of extraction. That's why when billions was withdrawn in 2021, Ethereum just fell from 60 something thousand all the way to 18,000. Think about it. The most popular, most used, most valued asset in the world, digital asset, but it can drop so much in value. There's not enough liquidity, right? So that's where we stand. We have 1 point something billion in liquidity. Is something that we can appreciate as where we are today. Sitting still, even with all the announcements, sitting still at $70 because no one has drained our liquidity. Very, very important. Many of us have been in crypto projects, coin projects, and then when you hear the word rug pull, the definition of rug pull is just as the word says, the rug has been pulled from under you, meaning your asset, your foundation has been taken and drained out of the system. The equity still sits on chain. So we have something to appreciate as far as where we stand today. Now we heard from the Asian call, Pacific call that was held today. We're going to explain what these cells are. All these cells are people who had their liquidity but did not stake it, right? So some people provided LP, never staked. Some people also had been staking and had redeemed their LP out of redemption and were probably waiting to accumulate more coins and put it all together in bulk. And these, you can call them the lucky guys, right? They were able to have their LP, and any LP that was not staked has not been converted to vouchers. And even some of those with the LPs, I believe, are currently staking, as you can see, right? Are currently staking, or maybe people just buying coins, however, whichever way it's going. These are the transactions that we can see on the blockchain live currently, right? So it's active, it didn't go nowhere. It hasn't disappeared, it hasn't crashed, and that's what we wanted to share currently. Now I'm also going to move over to my device because I want to share something. So if you know you are new to this project, when I say new, meaning that you started somewhere around August 1st, right? I'm gonna open up the chat real quick. Just drop a 1 inside of the chat, right? Give me 1 second to open it up. Drop a 1 in the chat. Make sure it's on everyone. Drop a 1 in the chat if you know you're new and you started somewhere from August, right? You weren't here when it was called FinTalk. You're still yet to really understand what this project is about. Drop a 1 in the chat for us. Thank you very much. So what I want to do is I'm going to go over to my wallet, right? I have one of my wallets and I want to share something very important on this wallet. So I'm sure some of us in this community already own nodes inside of this project because we got in, for myself, I know I got in very late in February. and took some time to understand it somewhere around March, right before we started building our communities. And we want to show you what has been ongoing for some of us that have nodes. So let me go here. Okay. So here is a node wallet, right? Here is a node wallet that has $100,000 in node power, right? Meaning that I subscribed with a $100,000 voucher, right? Or $100,000 worth of vouchers inside this node. And the mining of these nodes began, and this is actually 110,000. This one has a little bit more, right? Let me see, I can actually show the one that is exactly 100,000. Let me do that. Just so the numbers are more accurate. Yes, thank you. So this is how much it has produced, right? This is how much it has produced in the last 4 months. 4 months, a $100,000 node has produced, we'll call this 49%, right? Maybe we want to round up to 50, but we'll call it 49% in terms of the ROI, because we're going to use the dollar value, right? But it's coins, remember, there's 689 coins or 690 coins currently worth at the $70 per coin, 48,629. Now, if this coin should double tomorrow, this means that even the same 690 coins would now be worth about $100,000. Why am I saying this? When you have a node, you're going to be receiving a set amount of coins. It doesn't matter the price. It could go to $10,000 a coin. If you're producing, let's say 0.5 coins a day, you will forever produce until the 4 years of halving, where it's divided into 2. You will always produce 0.5 coins, not dollars, coins equal to the current price at that date, right? So that is something we want to put in mind when it comes to understanding how these nodes work, right? Now, the next thing we are seeing here is that there has been released and unreleased. Now, this is because they intentionally control the distribution of these coins in the nodes so as not to disturb the market as they grow their ecosystem. Remember, SCF is a new ecosystem. Many of you know that all these other blockchain projects out there did not flourish overnight. No blockchain project even grew to this level of SCF overnight. It takes time for them and their ecosystems to complete. Example, Ethereum never had a swap. People just had coins and had to find centralized mediums to trade or peer-to-peer networks. There was no exchange on the Ethereum blockchain till Uniswap literally came into fruition, right? The metaverse, all these things were not created till years after, right? So if the audio is gone, you just have to tune out and tune back in. Let me close the chat for now. So yeah, so that's what we have going on, right? And we just wanted to explain. So in order to control the distribution, we have released and unreleased, right? And until December, all the unreleased will also be released into this section. So I just want to do a quick math, right? Because I just want to give full clarity real quick as to what the value of some of these earnings will look like. So at 243 coins, that is released, right? Multiplied by 70 coins, $70 a coin, sorry, it's $17,000. Meaning that out of this $100,000 note over the last 4 months, I have been able to withdraw $17,000 worth of coins. Now, if I have sold them, that is how much I have gotten in cash equity. If I haven't sold them, then it's still subjected to a new price if it goes up or down, right? So that's what we have here. Now, if I divide this by 4 months, that means that we will have 4,252 coins, dollars worth of coins every month. $100,000 note has been producing 4.25% worth of equity based on a fixed price in the last 4 months. Now, if that doubles, that will be 8.5%. If that doubles in price again, that would have been 16 or 17%. So if you get what I'm going at, right? So that's what we have. It's not what we subscribe to. I know a lot of us came here, looking for that magic shot, that big win where you can come in and get a project that is actually not running on a Ponzi, that is built in technology that can give you 1% or more a day. So you can know that you're leaving with 30s, 40, 50%, whatever, at the end of the month, and you can grow that and you can, multiply that or just extract your earnings. But that's not what we subscribe to. But this is where we are at today. And for those that were in the previous project at the time called FinTalk, when they created your blockchain, I can tell you for a fact, I haven't lost a dollar since I got into this project. Whatever money I have put in till today has been making money. Now, since February of this year till today, how many of you can count the number of projects that you have been in where you put your dollars and today you couldn't get your money out? You see, that's the difference. Here, yes, we didn't ask for this transition, just like the same way people in Ethereum didn't ask for that transition. They had probably calculated their own risk and were willing to have made profits for over 10 months and didn't make a dollar for those 10 months. Luckily for us, we are getting a minor version of what we subscribe to, 40% versus on average on a monthly basis. If you compare the unreleased and the released together, you combine it, that would be 40 divided by 4. Let me do 48.6 divided by 4. 48.6 divided by 4. I just want to get what's coming every month. That's 12% a month. 12% a month. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, but I believe in any field that is not bad. Doesn't matter what you're invested in, real estate, stocks. If you're doing 12% a month, that is not bad. And that's what our nodes have been doing. Now, the recording is already being done. We will share it in the groups. So for those that are requesting, just wait, you'll get it after we are done, right? So that's what we have here as a community. We have something that is built on the blockchain. As you can see, it is still running, it's not crashed. None of those things are ongoing. So I'm gonna leave it as that. So now, let me stop sharing my screen here. And then what we want to do is we want to look at today's current affair, what we have going on with the announcements. What we are hearing now is that everyone who was in the staking, our earnings from team rewards and staking rewards have been converted into vouchers so that we can subscribe to the nodes, right? Now, if you have already subscribed to the node, that is great, right? You've seen a lot of people already, 2,200 nodes. Okay. For those that are new, the announcements will be found in the app. Look at the banners that are going up on the screen. Any banner you're seeing at the top of your screen is an announcement. If you click on the banner, you can read the entire announcements that have been put out, right? So that's where you find the announcements. So, since we now have these vouchers, we are being given a mandate, so as I'll put it, to subscribe to these nodes, and then we can produce SCF. Over 2,200 nodes have already been created by people who have well over 100,000 in vouchers to create, to allow people to subscribe. The distribution is done by the blockchain, not by the creator. So if you do subscribe to a node, you're just gonna wake up and your coins are in there every day, right? I think what we heard on the last Asia Pacific Zoom, where they had a rep from the FinTalk corporate end come and explain, right? For many of you that were up during the day that joined that call, I believe they are still going to do it in the same release manner as the old ones, where they're going to give a percentage of the total release per day, and it will keep growing every day, and it will keep getting released till whatever, if it's 6 months or 3 months that you're looking to control the release for. then we are gonna get the whole thing plus everything that comes every day, therefore in full. Okay, so that's what we're gonna look forward to. Now there is a lady called Lady Yo-Yo, who is, I believe, one of the top leaders who was in the previous system, FinTalk, right? She was the top earner. She was actually promoted to a position in corporate as the global lead for marketing, the entire SCF project. She led and represented the entire teams, but she's Chinese and only speaks Chinese. So she has only been in contact with the other Chinese leaders for them to now find ways to interpret any communication that she gives them to people in other countries, other regions that don't speak Chinese. So I personally don't have direct contact with her, even though I saw her at the Dubai event earlier this year, right? So what we know is that during this decision making, she was called upon and she did not agree with it, because for many of us that were in 1.0, we know that the transition was because they were no longer going to do lending and borrowing. So we were okay knowing that we had no choice but to earn from these nodes. But in this 2.0 SCF, we still have the staking. Staking is not done for, it's not ended, it's not canceled. Starting from the 18th, anyone who has tokens that chooses to stake is able to stake and earn the same percentages every day, right? Anyone who decides to be new to this project and says, look, this is still great, it's solid, I understand what's going on. I'm looking at my risk for 2 months. If I can make 80+% in 2 months and even just pull out my capital, I'm gonna give it a shot, right? They can literally still do the same thing starting from the 18th. If you're with the node vouchers and you didn't subscribe, like you didn't want this, and you still subscribe, you're gonna produce coins and you can use those coins to stake. And what does it mean for you? You are literally doubling or multiplying your rewards faster than if you just collected the rewards from the nodes. So let's say if I made $100 a week from the nodes, for example, and I'm staking that every week, I'm still growing it. So even if I was projected to make 100% in 10 months, because I'm staking, I'm most likely gonna make that 100% that I subscribe to my node in maybe 6 or 5 months, because I'm now letting it multiply every single time that I get it. So that is the use and the function of it. And we know that if you want to trade your coins, you can always trade starting from the 18th inside of the ecosystem. But I think by tomorrow, they just dropped an announcement. Starting from tomorrow, for those that are probably in a rush to get rid of your SCF, they have opened up the cross-chain function inside of the app where you can cross your SCF to the old token that is on PancakeSwap, FTC, which is a derivative of the SCF, and trade it for USDT on the Binance Smart Chain. So that is currently available to users who choose to say, you know what, I need to liquidate some SCF right now, right? That's an option that's available. And for those that are going to wait till the 18th, you can do it inside the app through FUSD and then from FUSD to USDT. Okay, so that is the update. Personally, I just want to say we appreciate every single person in our community, right? Because some of us, we could have been doing this on our own and never shared it, but we decided to share it only because we found a way to win, and why not share it, right? So if you're here and you also appreciated the idea, you love this project, and you decided to take a leap of faith, just know that we are not here just, you know, just making a buck and just forgetting about everybody, but we are here trying to find the best strategy, the best ideology, and the best direction as to take for ourselves and the entire community. Because number one, the project has not disappeared, it hasn't rug pulled, and the project is still running on your blockchain, and we are able to earn regardless of if you cannot make 1.1, 1.2, 1.4% a day, and you're making 4 times less than what you would have made. Because if you're making 42% a month and now you're able to make about 10% a month, that's 4 times less than what you would have made. That is not a loss. Last time I checked, when the other projects left, they left with everything and not gave you something in return, right? So that will bring me to an end of what I wanted to share. I believe at this point, we do have some leaders, and every single person that did hit the rank of GM, VP, and above, we have also put our voice out there and requested that they consider, right? Yes, plus you also get double, yes, also, and for those that came in new, right, that hadn't earned from their staking, right? Let's say you put in $1,000 and only made like 10, 20, 50 bucks before this change happened. If you notice, you have received twice the amount that you put in node voucher, meaning that you have been rewarded for your time that you would have been in this project in the form of vouchers to double your earning power inside of the blockchain. So that is still a win. Last time I checked, something is better than nothing, right? And so for all those that were GM and above, we have done our best to communicate our voices to other MDs who are in contact with Lady Yo-Yo, who's currently having a meeting, I believe, either today or tomorrow with corporate, because she threatened to resign. She resigned and they called her back for a meeting. So I believe they are willing to hear what she has to say, and she will be communicating maybe to add to the views that all leaders should be rewarded their rank bonuses in continuance, or maybe you're going to convert a percentage of the vouchers back into LP, send us back those LP token receipts so we can choose to stake them, or we can choose to liquidate. So we are just, right now, nothing is confirmed. Personally, I'm waiting till tomorrow or the day after before I subscribe. I just want to share with you, don't feel like there is a scarcity in the nodes that if you don't subscribe today, you're going to lose. No, there is more than enough node positions for every single node voucher, and even new people who want to use their own USDT to buy into the nodes, right? That is available. So with that being said, at the same time, I believe we have something in play. So if you're here, you're new and you like nodes, I know some people, they have been in different node projects and they understand the value of nodes. If you're looking to buy into the node and you have USDT, please wait and contact the admins of Cash Rich Society and let us advise you on the best way to get more vouchers for the same price of the USDT that you are going to spend, right? Communicate with Sassy or myself as your only points of contact if you're looking to buy into the nodes, right? Don't go directly to use your USDT to buy into it. Contact us. We'll find a way to give you the best value for your money. And that being said, I bring my analysis, my review, my comments to an end, and we want to hear from some of our leaders, right? I believe you're all with different teams, and we just want to give you guys the floor to first, speak, voice your opinion, or add your contribution, and then thereafter we'll take about 3, 4, 5 questions or contributions from the community. Mind you, be very, very professional with what you're going to say, because it's literally easy to remove somebody from the Zoom. You just click one button or two and that's it. So thank you for coming on, and we appreciate you. So if you're a co-host on the call, please, you have the ability to say something sassy. Maybe you want to point out certain leaders that you wanted to speak, you can unmute them, and we'll take the leaders first, and then we'll go on to our community members.
All right, I see we have our dynamic lady over there, Mashonda Henry, on the call. Mashonda, if you'd like to say something, you can go ahead and unmute and share with the community.
Thank you so much, Sassy, and thank you so much, Kojo. I think my camera's not working. Okay. All right. So just wanted to just echo what you guys have been saying on this call. We appreciate you so much for your leadership. I know you guys have been just nonstop taking calls, being on calls, communicating, and, out front voicing what the community is feeling. And guys, here's the thing. We're all in the same boat. We're all rowing in the same direction. We hear you. We understand your concerns. Many of us have, our tons of money and also people that we love and we care about in this project because we believe in it. And as you can see, as you know, he went and showed you the numbers, the liquidity is still there. It's not something like they run off with it. And they did, in fact, try to give something by doubling what you had in there. Of course, we're gonna, wait. We're not going to be hasty in this. We're gonna stand together as a community and wait till we hear from the meeting that Madam Yo-Yo is having. And we just appreciate you guys so much. And we appreciate the community members for understanding that we're all in this thing together. And that's all I'd like to say.
Thank you so much for that, Mashonda. Really appreciate you and your strength, even standing with us and the community. Thank you so much. We look forward to coming out on the other side smelling like roses. Thanks so much. Okay, I see we also have Demo in the house. Demo, if you are available to speak and you would like to address the community, go ahead and unmute and speak to the community.
Hey, Sassy, how are you?
Good over here. How are you?
Awesome, amazing. I want to first say, Kojo, great job of breaking things down for us. And I just love how you and Sassy work together to keep us informed. Really grateful to be a part of this project with you all. And I just want to say, there's been some changes, obviously, but we still believe, and we know that this company is doing things from the big picture. Sometimes it's hard to see it, kind of like before. So I just tell everybody who's involved just to really be patient, allow things to shake out, allow communication to happen. And I believe that we're all going to win in this before you know it. So let's just hang in there.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Demo. You've been such a great source of strength in this time, even as a leader with the entire community. We do appreciate your contribution. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Okay, next, let me take a look here. Coach Chris, if you are available to speak and share with the community, please unmute and do so.
Hey, thank you very much, Sassy. I appreciate you. Can you hear me?
We hear you.
Good, thank you. I just want to really echo what everyone else is saying, just about what you do, what Kojo does, what the folks that are in the roundtable meetings, really taking care of their community, and that's evident as to the success that you guys have had. So I'm very big on being a networker and handling situations as a networker, because it will definitely serve you either in a positive way or a negative way. And so I just encourage everyone to understand perspective here. If this was your company and you had to remove an entire country or series of countries, how would you replace that, and what's the bottom line? And you have to look at different perspectives, and as you challenge yourself to do that, then that will help you to be able to swallow those pills. And I appreciate Kojo for that breakdown, because what it does is it lets other people know that we are not on an island by ourselves, doing funny business. We are behaving as a professional, solid blockchain community that we want to be around forever. So I just encourage everyone, just like we're all saying here, just hold tight, lock arms with your team members, stay positive, because that goes a long way. Thanks a lot, Sassy.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that contribution, Coach Chris. Really appreciate you so much. All right. We also have David Chandler in the house. David, would you like to unmute and address the community?
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Kojo. Thank you, Sassy. Sassy, you're always my fire. You know that. Like I said, I don't need a cup of coffee in the morning because you keep me awake. I'm sorry I'm dressed like this because, oh my gosh, I've been on Zooms all morning long and phone calls all morning long. But look, what Mashonda, Coach Chris, and what you guys are saying, and Kojo for breaking it down, that really, really helps. All I want to say is this: we all have to stick together, and what we as leaders share in the narrative is how the team is going to, absorb how we feel. Okay, that's number one. Number two, a lot of folks, when I was doing the trainings and the presentations 4 days a week, a lot of people were saying, were starting to understand what the node position was and wish that they had gotten into it prior to the blockchain opening in June. So folks, this is your opportunity to get into the node position, and also an opportunity for you to add on to your node position if you'd like to. But yes, we do want to have some of those changes made, and I'm glad that they're on the table for it. And thank you again, Sassy. Thank you again, Kojo, and all the leaders here and the team members and community for being with us.
Thank you so much, Chandler. You have been such a very vital part of this community. We appreciate your contributions to the entire community. Thanks so much for that. Let's see. Do we have any other leaders in the house? I see Crypto Expert on. Crypto Expert, would you like to share a word? I think you'll be the last one who'll take before we go ahead and then Blockchain Gideon. And after that, we take some questions.
Yes, hi, Sassy. Thank you so much for your contribution to the community. My question is, I have no problem with, converting my vouchers, going into the nodes. As you may know, I'm participating to the nodes prior to this transformation. But my question is, as you may know, as a part of Cash Rich Society, you are the one that, sending the earnings on a monthly basis. That's our decision, in the particular group, that you're sending the earnings on a monthly basis. And we trust you, you are, distributing the earnings. But now we have to subscribe to the nodes, and we don't know those node creators. Who's gonna distributing, the daily earnings? Is it gonna be like daily basis directly to our wallet, or it's going to be to the node creator and he or she is going to distribute it to us? How is it going to work? So do you have any clarification on that part?
Let me address that,
Well,
Sassy.
Sure.
Okay, so Crypto Expert, what you're referring to is node creator accounts, right? So initially when we were creating the slots for node creation, some users did not have the whole 100,000. So we allowed members to say, hey, do you want to be a part of a creator? And that was just for creators. So what you're speaking on is just for creators. Now, when it comes to the entire node and the subscription and the distribution, that is all done on the blockchain by the system itself. So when you look at my node wallet, that earnings is just for my piece of 100,000. The entire node is valued at 1 million, meaning that there is 900,000 that people own in their own wallets due to subscribing. And that's what we are doing here today. We are subscribing, so we are in the pool with the system when the nodes, not into individual creator accounts, right? I hope I was able to.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That gives us, all of us, a peace of mind then. Thank you so much. Thank you for clarification now.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
All right, and the last leader, Blockchain Gideon, would you like to come on and speak to the community?
Sassy, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Kojo, I really appreciate everything that you're doing for the community. Sassy and Kojo, I do really salute you so much. What I'd like to say is very simple. We started this project from day one. Those who were with the project, for me, I didn't join as early as those who joined in 2022. But ever since I joined this project, what I'll say is that there have been other blockchain projects, okay? But none of them can be compared to what we actually have. And we always say it on our Zooms. There are times that, company will make a tough decision, which is not fully, verified yet, because there are still, negotiations going on. And I believe that definitely something positive again will come out of it. But if you are here and you don't know the purpose of you owning a node, okay, for you being a node holder, you become like a shareholder of the blockchain. And what does a node do? It validates transactions on the blockchain. And you have a share of those transactions coming to you. So you having the chance to be part of the node holders, there are people who miss the first one, there's the second one. So make sure that you don't miss it, make sure that you participate in it, and make sure that at least there are people out there who will be writing bad stuff about SCF. Don't be distracted. Just stay focused. We've been with the company. You could see the events ongoing, and you could see that we've been in with the company, with even the CEO and Mr. Derek. You could see that it's a raw company. All we need to do is just let's be patient enough. Let's not be distracted by what people keep on saying it in our various groups. Let's stay focused. Okay. And that's what I want to say. I really appreciate everyone on the call. Let's keep going and let's keep growing and let's keep blessing people with this opportunity. Thank you, Sasi. Thank you, Kojo.
Thank you so much, Blockchain Gideon, all the way from Ghana over there. It was such a pleasure meeting you in person over last week at the Nigeria event, which was really an amazing one, right? Keep doing the good work, and we love and enjoy working with you as a leader inside of Castridge Society, as we appreciate all our leaders. But with that being said, let's take a few questions before we end out the call today. I see Howard Levy, your hand is up. Go ahead and unmute.
Hi,
And
Sassy, how are you doing?
Violets. Next will be Violets.
Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Howard.
Yes. Hi, Sassy and Kojo. Thanks for all you guys do, keeping us informed, because, you know, some people get nervous when these things changing, and
Yeah.
they want to jump out and create different scenarios that isn't really so, because they're just thinking of with their own mind what's going on instead of getting information. All right, my question is, as far as the nodes, when can we withdraw? Can we withdraw profit every day, every month, or how does that work?
So with the nodes, as long as what you have there is 0.1 SCF or more, you're able to withdraw that every day.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Sure, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Next, Violet Howard. Go ahead and unmute.
Hi, everyone. First, I just want to say thank you to you and Kojo, especially Kojo, giving the breakdown for everyone to get a full understanding of the power behind owning the nodes or subscribing to the nodes. I appreciate you guys consistently being positive and encouraging and just kind of keeping the community informed, but not only that, fighting for us. A lot of leaders in this space would have backed out or went completely quiet. So, you know, kudos to you guys for being on top of the game right now. This has been this is one of the greatest opportunities that has been presented to us in the crypto space. So I just would like to encourage everyone that is still on the Zoom, click around in your wallet, see what's going on. Specifically look at FinPay, look at the companies, look at the banks that SCF is actually engaging with, that is doing transactions. See what's going on before you guys start jumping to conclusions and stating that the company is going to go away. But that's all I wanted to kind of put out there. But I genuinely appreciate you guys for being on top of it. So thank you to you and Kojo.
Thank you so much for that, Violet. Really appreciate your contribution, and we will stand firm no matter what. All right, next up, ND, go ahead and unmute and ask your question.
Thank you so much, Sassy, for taking my question. And thank you to you and Kojo, especially at this time, for your leadership and keeping the CRS built steady. We really appreciate you both. My question is in two parts. If your demands for corporate is successful, and we really pray that it is, Do you think that the nodes, let me see, those who have subscribed already it will be applicable to us? So for example, the 30/70, the 50/50,
Mhm.
how will that work since we've subscribed already? I know nothing has been said.
Exactly. Just as you said, nothing has been set yet, so we can't conclude as to exactly how it will work for persons who actually did go ahead and subscribe already. But after we've gotten all the information from that meeting with Yo-Yo and the management, then we will be able to have a clearer picture as to how everything is gonna work for us going forward. And we'll make sure to communicate that to the team.
Thank you. And then lastly, what are we going to do about active wallets? Have you heard anything? Will we still need to make our wallets active with one SCF, or that is still
Yes.
pending?
Yeah, as far as we know, you will still need to have at least the minimum of one SCF in your liquidity for you to be able to receive rewards. However, when it comes to your node mining, whether you have put in any SCF in the liquidity or not, the nodes will continue to make your SCF every day, and you will be able to withdraw from that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Sure, you're welcome. Okay, next up we have Junior. Go ahead and unmute. Junior, are you there? You can go ahead and unmute. All right, if Junior is not available, we're gonna move over to Stella Maris. Edie, go ahead and unmute, please. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Stella.
What about the super node that will subscribe? What's happening to it? Because I'm not hearing anything about super node. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's my
because
question.
that stands as is. Nothing is gonna change concerning the super nodes or the FinChain nodes that everyone previously subscribed to. So those are the one constant in this ecosystem and not
Yes,
changing.
they've always been producing coins and
Yeah,
are still producing coins today. Not a single
exactly.
change has happened to them.
Okay, I want to ask a question. The super node, is it adding to our mining?
So the
Yes,
super nodes, yeah,
Yes.
they add to your mining. They give you SCF. They also give you FTH.
Excuse me, because what I know that I'm not supposed to ask Derek, but I want to ask that question because the FTH is just static. It's just standing there, not moving. Since how many months now? That's number one. If you're telling me
I'll
that
answer that one.
it's still mining, it's not mining. For my own
So we are no
understanding.
longer producing FTH. FTH stopped
Thank you.
producing. Yes, FTH stopped
It's not
producing
producing. Yes.
as
That
a
means
certain point in the project because FTH will be transitioned into the shares of the entire technology company that runs the operations of this project, the worth of the equity, that will be converted into shares on the NASDAQ. That's if and when they actually get
okay.
on there. So if you have
Okay.
FTH and SCF is still going till 2025, where we are looking to even cash out on those shares, you are lucky. That's all I can say because you never know where that could put you. So for me, I hold on to my FTH dearly and I just wait for when they do get on the NASDAQ and we can earn from those FTH shares. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the explanation on FTH. Then the super node I'm talking about, and I'm quite sure that it's not mining. It's not part of our FinChain
So it's
mining.
mining. It's mining. So if you have a
sure?
super node, yes, I'll show you.
I have a super node,
I'll show
but
you.
I'm not seeing anything. Please, if you can show us, we need to know. People are asking.
Excuse me. Let me share with you. So
Thank
if
you
you
very
have
much.
$100 regular FinChain node, right? And you had $100 super node in addition, okay? they are all producing at different rates. That's one thing. You can compare your production to someone who just has $100 fin chain and no super node. I've done it already. I've looked at my production in some of my wallets where I have the super node inside those wallets, and I'm producing more. I'm producing more than my wallet that only has a thin chain node. So I've personally seen it that it's there.
Yeah.
And it comes through inside the production. So just check. That's all I'll say. Just check, compare
Okay.
with anyone
No
else
problems.
that has a node that you see. Okay.
Maybe I'll start checking from 18th. Thank you very
Okay.
much. Thank you,
Yes,
I'm grateful.
Stella. You
Thank
can
you.
check. I also have the super nodes. My super nodes make me SCF every day, and it actually also makes me FTH every day as well. So yeah, the
Okay.
nodes are
Thank you.
producing.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you then. Okay, I'm grateful. Bye.
All right. Okay, next we have Peace Okay in Joku. Go ahead.
Hi, Sassy. Thank you for your explanation, and Kojo too. So my question is, the company said they are starting staking again on the 18th.
Correct. Everything will
Okay.
be up and running on the 18th again.
On the 18th. Okay, so that means that new people that are coming in, they are coming in to stake. They are most of them might not want to buy the node. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, for us, that all our money, all our asset has been liquidated. How are we gonna get the money to continue the staking?
So this is what we were speaking of from the beginning of the call, and the reason for the roundtable discussion with Madam Yoyo and the management, seeking to give the SCF users a percentage of their previously staked amount back into their account in order to allow them to stake. So we'll only know the outcome of that after the meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So another question I have is, I know that I don't know whether my question has been brought because I joined a little late, but my question is, the first one that we did, the first fin node that we subscribed to, will we get everything after 180 days, which is like around December time? And
yes,
so this,
that is on track.
Okay, so this new one now that we are forced to subscribe, because I don't think I have any choice. So we are forced to subscribe. So is it going to follow the same pattern, or are we getting everything that is mined every day? Are we getting it at once, or are they gonna just keep dropping it down for us the way they've been doing that?
Yes, so it's going to follow the same schedule as the previous notes. Whether or not everything will be released after the 180 days coinciding with the previous notes, we don't know yet, but we're still checking on that information. As soon as we know, we will let you guys know.
Okay, do you know, okay, maybe you don't know, but let me still ask that question. Do you know whether it's gonna be like on a different percentage from the previous one, since this one, you know, the first one we were ready for it, you know, they told us already and we made up our mind, but this one was just sudden. Like, if they have given us the opportunity to make our decision, maybe most of us wouldn't have, maybe we would have removed our liquidity, you know, and so
it will be the same.
It will be the same.
Yeah, it will be the same. And you know, every consequent day, you'll be dripped 0.03 more than the previous day. So as the days continue, you're getting more and more every day, an additional dripped amount.
Okay, that's my question. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome, Peace. Thank you. All right, next we have Mitch. Go ahead and unmute, Mitch.
Oh, thank you. The question was answered though, regarding the one, sorry, the one SCF requirement for being able to use staking and everything else. So thank you for that.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, next we have Coach Reg. Go ahead and unmute, Coach Reg.
Hello, thank you both. Hey, quick question regarding going forward, whether the plea works or not. Since we're all buying nodes again, if I remember correctly, the creator of the node actually makes more than the other 90% subscribers. So are we going to make a concerted effort again as a team to create a couple of nodes so that those people with the larger amounts can get the higher return? Or is that
Well,
something that we do this time?
we would have loved to do that, but the nodes, they sold out pretty fast. As soon as they came out, they were
they're already
all,
sold out.
they are
Lord have
already,
mercy.
yeah. So the only option we have is to, subscribe to any nodes available there, but we're not going to be able to create our own node, unfortunately.
Wow, that sure shows that there's a big demand for them. That's amazing.
Yeah, huge demand for them.
And
Crazy.
secondary question, do you know of people out there that want to get the nodes like last time, where there needs to be a buy sell type page for people that want to get cash out of their vouchers?
Well, we do have a marketplace group, although currently it is closed until we find out last words from the meeting with Miss Yo-Yo. Whatever the outcome of that, we will be facilitating those persons who would like to buy more vouchers in order for them to subscribe to the notes.
Yeah, so what I'll do say is that if you're on this call here today and you, for example, are new, you do not have vouchers and you're looking to own a node, that is great, right? If you are also here and you're looking to own more node power, so you want to add to your nodes, we are encouraging buyers to contact the admins only. That's for now. You can always deal with your sponsor, right? That's the #1 place to go. But if you're looking to acquire some vouchers or to even get into the nodes, do contact myself or Sassy first, so we can be the ones to help facilitate. But if you have your sponsor, contact your sponsor as well. But buyers only, put in your request, because you might be able to have a better value for your money through the initiative we're going to put out, as opposed to taking, let's say, $100 of USDT and just getting $100 of the node. Meanwhile, you could probably get a higher incentive for the same $100 in USDT. Okay, so buyers only. Make sure you come into the groups and reach out. Usually when people DM you and say, let's do a trade, once again, stay safe inside of this crypto space. Do not give out your personal information. Do not send anything to someone that you have no personal relationship with. Always very advisable that we pass this information on. And I believe that will be my last contribution. If we are taking any more questions, Sassy, the floor is yours. If not, we can always...
We'll take about 2 more before closing out the call. So I see Mr. Bitcoin also on. Mr. Bitcoin, go ahead and unmute and ask your question.
Good evening, everybody. And thank you for the effort that you guys put in. Just a quick question. If you added liquidity, is that the same as staking? Because I've added liquidity, I've staked, and I just wanted to know my previous node, it is still mining, because I was a little bit concerned because I couldn't extract my mining. So that is actually my question.
Right. Well, the reason why you couldn't extract the mining is because the system was on pause, basically. But your node is still mining points. If you look at your mining, you'll see that you have still been receiving your mining rewards every day. So once the system is fully functional again on the 18th, you're going to be able to start extracting from your mining once again. Now, the liquidity and the staking, that is one and the same thing, right? So anything that you had in your liquidity, anything you had in your team rewards, in your staking rewards, was all amalgamated doubled and given to you as cash vouchers inside of your SCF back office.
Okay, so since I am privileged to speak to a panel of experts, I would just wanted to know, is it advisable for me to subscribe with that voucher to these other notes? Will it be a good move?
So what we're doing is we're waiting for the last word from the meeting with Miss Yoyo first. And once we have gotten that information, we will advise whether everyone should just go ahead and subscribe or should do something else. But just wait, all right? There's no rush. We're just waiting for that information. Once that comes in, we will communicate that to the team.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. God bless.
Sure, you're welcome. And the last person we'll take is Charlene Duran. Charlene, go ahead and ask your question, please. Unmute and ask your question. Charlene, are you on? Hold on, let me allow you to unmute. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. I could speak now. Yes. I don't know if you'll know, Sassy or Kojo, but an announcement was just released right now as we were on the call, stating that everything under the functionality has been resumed immediately. So if you want to just go ahead and I don't know if you're able to look at that announcement, and but this was just released as we were on the Zoom.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Yes. So it looks as if the functionality has been resumed immediately. So just go ahead and confirm that. But that's what it says.
All right.
It says that the cross-chain function and I just said that during the Zoom, SCF to FTC has been open for those that want to liquidate their SCF at the moment. You can exchange it for cross-chain to FTC and go and sell on PancakeSwap to get USDT, right?
Okay.
But all functions such as staking or pledging and registering new members, I believe all of that starts on the 18th still.
Great.
Yeah, that will start from the 18th with the pledging, etc. But before anyone jumps to try and sell their SCF, just await information from us first to see, so we make sure that you're not selling your SCF at any loss, okay? All right, guys, so we're not gonna take any more questions for this evening. Of course, we want to thank every single person for coming on this call. We appreciate your support. We appreciate you staying positive with us throughout, the trials, the fires, the highs, the great times, the bad times, every type of time, right? And even through all of these times, we will continue to stand with you, not just only me, not just only Kojo, but also all the other leaders inside Kashrich Society and the various teams. We stand with you and we stand for you, and we'll continue to fight for you because you are important to us and we value you as our community and our team. So guys, let's just keep the tone in the chats very positive, very light, even whilst we wait for further information. Whatever might be the outcome, we are going to come out together on the other side stronger and move forward powerfully. So thank you guys again, and have yourselves an amazing night. We will be in contact with you guys and relay the information as they come out. Have a great night, guys. Bye-bye.